Welcome to Screen Recaps, and today we are going to recapping the movie Case Depart. In the movie, two modern-looking black men are shown being sold at an auction, chained by their necks, in what appears to be a slave market. The story then takes us back to a flashback where we meet two estranged half-brothers, Regis and Joel from the West Indies, leading very different lives. Joel, a monoracial black man, has just been released from prison for stealing an old woman's purse. He lives with his mother and daughter, is unemployed, and blames racism for his situation. Meanwhile, Regis, a biracial man, is married to a white woman living in an affluent town and working as an assistant to the mayor. One day, Regis receives a call from his uncle informing him that their father is dying and wants to meet all his children. Regis, disregarding his absent father from his childhood, joins his family for dinner. However, his unstable wife threatens to cheat if he doesn't visit his father one last time. Left with no choice, he reluctantly agrees. The next day, Regis flies back to his hometown where his father lives. At the airport, he unexpectedly encounters Joel, who also came to see their father. Despite years of no contact, they put aside their differences and share a taxi. During the ride, Regis boasts about his successful life while Joel hides his failures. Arriving at their father's house, they meet their aunt and half-sisters, discovering their father's promiscuous past. The old man's eyes light up upon seeing his two sons. Before his death, their father promises Regis and Joel a valuable inheritance. However, they are disappointed to discover it is just a document granting freedom to their ancestors. Dismissing its significance, they tear it up, angering their aunt. In retaliation, she sends them back in time to a period of slavery. Confused and surrounded by frightened slaves, they are soon captured by slave hunters. Joel and Regis are sold as slaves to Monsieur Jourdain. Joel is assigned to work on the farms under the cruel and racist foreman, Henri, while Regis is sent to the residents' kitchens. They soon realize that they have traveled back in time to 1780, when slavery was still prevalent. The following day, the slaves are forced to listen to a priest reading a fake Bible that promotes obedience to the whites. However, Joel and Regis, being the only ones who can read, refuse to accept its contents. Joel's defiance leads to him being beaten by Henri, prompting him to attempt an escape. Unfortunately, he knocks himself unconscious in the process. As a consequence, he is publicly punished. Meanwhile, Regis is summoned to Monsieur Jourdain's office, where his ability to read is recognized. Jourdain commends Joel for his intelligence and grants him authority over the other slaves alongside Henri. Joel receives medical attention from Rosalie, a female slave, and quickly develops feelings for her. However, Rosalie rejects his advances, confessing her love for Isidore. Joel is disappointed. The following day, Regis assumes his new role and commands the slaves, which shocks Joel. Joel criticizes Regis for his selfishness, but Regis remains loyal to their masters and reports his work to Jourdain. The white household discovers Regis's ability to read and mocks him, even joking about his piano skills. To everyone's surprise, Regis plays the piano beautifully, resulting in a severe whipping from the whites. Fed up, Regis decides to escape with Joel the next morning, secretly boarding a carriage belonging to a Jewish man named Isaac. Isaac, aware of their presence, surprises the brothers with hospitality, showing empathy as Jews also face discrimination. Jourdain's henchmen arrive at Isaac's home, prompting Regis and Joel to escape through the back door. They find an abandoned boat and set sail, only to encounter a slave transport ship. Unfortunately, they are captured and imprisoned. Eventually, they end up in the same slave market where they are bought by Jourdain's henchmen. Fortunately, an African tribe called the Marrons saves them on their way back to the plantation. The Marrons were once slaves themselves and welcomed the brothers. But Regis, married to a white girl, refuses to chant when the Marrons discuss killing the whites. The tribe becomes furious and turns against the brothers, but luckily Regis and Joel manage to escape. The next day they find themselves in an unfamiliar place and encounter their aunt, who reveals that she cast the spell. The brothers beg her to remove it, and after persistent pleading, she gives them a clue. They must return to the plantation and reunite their ancestors, Isidore and Rosalie, to go back to the present. Before vanishing, she leaves them a special pipe to smoke upon completing their mission. While brainstorming, Joel remembers witnessing Isidore engaging in oral intercourse with another man and shows Regis the recorded video. Joel's questionable decision leads the brothers to mistakenly believe Isidore is gay, and their mission is to fix it. Negotiations with Monsieur Jourdain fail, resulting in the brothers being branded. They plan their next move while the whites celebrate a wedding. The brothers organize a party, but their plan to unite Isidore and Rosalie hits a snag when Regis catches Joel with her. They improvise and help the couple while they sleep. Thinking their mission is complete, the brothers seek revenge on the whites. Armed, Regis and Joel humiliate everyone in the mansion. Henry threatens them with a gun, but they show no fear. Smoking the magical pipe, given by an old lady, has no effect. They are locked in a cage and condemned to execution. Regis and Joel contemplate their life choices. Before the execution, Victor runs off, and Rosalie chases after him, leading to panic in the family. Isidore saves the brothers from Henri, who they knock out. Isidore tells them to run, and they do. They find Victor being swept away by a river. Joel jumps in to save them, but can't swim. He manages to save everyone. Monsieur Jourdain sets them free and gives them the emancipation document. They ask him to free Isidore and Rosalie too. Monsieur Jourdain agrees. The brothers still don't know how to find the magical pipe to return home. They start to accept they may never go back. Isidore and Rosaline leave the plantation with the papers, while Henri orders the brothers to get back to work. When Henri tries to humiliate them by blowing smoke in their faces, the brothers disappear, revealing that Henri stole the pipe from them. In the present, the brothers are relieved to see their aunt holding the original document. Joel complains about his minimum wage on a construction site, while Regis returns to work at the town hall. When the mayor passes a racist joke, Regis stands up to him before storming off. The scene cuts to the brothers and their family chatting in Regis's living room. The two agree that the adventure they had brought them closer as a family. But an argument between their respective daughters leads to the tearing of the document of emancipation. The movie ends as the two brothers run towards their daughters in panic.
I thought I was